Good morning. It is officially the first Sunday of 2026, and every single Sunday I sleep in while my husband takes care of the kids. And today is my first day sleeping in of the new year. And I never do resolutions, but I do set goals for myself. And normally I would write those all out. But the break between Christmas and New Year's has really done me in this year with my kids. I feel like I haven't had a minute to myself with them being home, and we took them skiing. And so I have not sat down and written out all of my goals, but there's a few things that have been on my mind that I'm really looking to do this year for myself. I have goals for my family, for my business, all those things. But for myself, one of the things I really want to do is I want to start waking up before my kids. Now, one of the big reasons I want to wake up before my kids is because I feel like I need a transition period from being asleep to being awake and on. One of the things that I struggled with as a new mom was constantly feeling like my time was always for everyone else. The second I opened my eyes, I was feeding a baby. Before I went to sleep, I was feeding a baby, and I was just constantly giving to everyone else. And I feel like if I wake up a little bit before my kids and give myself a little time that's just for me, I'll be a better mom. Now I have to figure out what this is going to look like. I'm definitely not going to be waking up at 5 a.m. every single day because my kids don't even get up till like 6:45, 7. So I don't need to be up that early in the morning, but I also have to figure out when I'm going to bed, because as of right now, I'm getting like 6.5 hours of sleep. And so if I start waking up earlier, I definitely have to go to bed earlier. Some nights I'm going to bed at midnight, which I know is terrible, but I kind of do like revenge bedtime because my youngest, my 3-year-old, for some reason, she's having a really hard time falling asleep these days, and she just dropped her nap. And so sometimes she's up till like 8:39. And by the time I get downstairs and watch one show with my husband, it is 10:30. We come upstairs, get ready, get in bed. It's 11 o'clock. And then I want to read my book. And then I end up reading till midnight. And so by the time I wake up at 6:30 in the morning with my kids, I've only gotten like 6.5 hours of sleep. So I also have very little time to work out because my kids do a lot of activities in the afternoons, evenings now, because they're older. And so our evenings are like eaten up by that, which means I get very little time for myself. And so I used to work out in the morning before kids. And so I could do that, but my husband leaves by 6:15, and I love a workout class. Like I love to go to a studio, but I can't get to a studio and back in time with my husband leaving. And so we do have a home gym in the basement. So maybe I have to find just like a really good home program. Anyways, that is one of my big goals for 2026. Figure out a sleep and wake up schedule that works well with being a mom. I want to figure out a sleep schedule that works with my kids and my life. And it's the first Sunday of the year. So I'm going to be spending time today thinking about what I want for this year. And one of the reasons I set goals and that I don't set resolutions is because I don't want to have to like hard start today, have a method today. I want to be able to just like figure out what works for our family over time, set goals and work towards them. And so I'm going to work towards figuring out what I need to do to wake up a little bit before my kids, have some coffee, be calmer in the morning, and have some time for myself. I would love to know if any of you have done this and like figured out how to get enough sleep, how to have time for yourself, how to spend time with your kids, because it feels like there's just not enough time in the day for all of it. And my sleep is what's taking the hit. And I love sleep and I want more of it.